Hey guys, this is a 0 turn run on DFFOO Global 6 Warrior Quest Area 2. This run is also going to be sort of like a showcase of all the various off-turn damage. I tried to actually squeeze in as many as I could, and you can actually see later on how the damage really racks up during the fight, especially during the force time on Terra. With regards to the setup, I'll include it in the video description, so do check it out because some party setup is required, namely the removal of Laguna's EX passive so that he doesn't start the fight with his 3 frame debuffs, because those really take up the valuable debuff slots. The second bit of important setup is to actually remove as many HP passives as possible across all 6 party members to lower their max HP. And the most important is Terra. You want Terra to actually have as little HP as possible. Throughout the fight, you'll be taking residual HP damage, but the fight does allow HP damage totaling up to 35,000, so it doesn't matter if you take a little bit of HP damage here and there, but it does eventually add up over the 6 characters, so having a smaller HP pool actually helps you meet the mission objective. So the starting turn order here is Lunafreya, Kain and Laguna, and the party position is important. You want Lunafreya in the middle and Kain on the left hand side, and that's because you want Kain to only have 2 turns of quick prayer but 4 turns of heavy prayer, and you can easily achieve this by using heavy prayer on Kain after Lunafreya uses her BT+. Lunafreya is also actually more or less a throwaway character on this fight. Her role at the start of the fight is just to charge the summon and force gauge and set up prayers on Laguna and Kain so that the turn count can remain at 0, after which she will actually be swapped out later on in the fight, in which case you don't actually need to worry about preserving her ability skills or her BT plus aura. You can just use all of it up. There are 2 call abilities that are quite important. I just used one, which is the Raijin LD call. The Raijin LD call is to help you avoid debuffs from the absolute 0 attack where Dullahan hits 79%. And the other important call is the Shantoto call, which I'll use later. The Shantoto call is to prevent Dullahan from using his counter attack. If you don't have Shantoto call, there is one alternative. You can use an Arciela base call to also achieve the same thing. Here I enter BT Plus a little bit earlier than I usually do with Lunafreya, again because I'm not planning to preserve her BT Plus aura, so might as well just use it early so that her subsequent LD users gives her 1 additional free turn and a little bit of boost to her damage from her BT plus aura. One final note about Lunafreya's first turn at the start, I did also swap Lunafreya briefly out for Garnet and use Garnet BT plus additional ability and call ability. Garnet's first turn is free turn anyway, so you can just use all of that and then swap back to Lunafreya so that Garnet is set up for the later parts of the fight. Very importantly, when her BT plus aura is up, you want to make sure that you remember to use heavy prayer on both Kain and Laguna when you have the chance, without eating into her free turns. So try to use the prayer ability on her final turn. Now in order to pass Lunafreya's turn to Kain, Without increasing the turn count, I swap her out for Cloud of Darkness, and I have Cloud of Darkness use double additional ability to force a break, so that she can end her turn with BT plus without increasing the turn count. If you don't have Cloud of Darkness, there are a few options actually. You can use characters that can pass their turn without increasing the turn count, such as Sas or Rem using swap character. Cloud of Darkness is best because during this time when she's out, at least you still benefit from her off-turn lasers. That being said, your party will deal so much damage that you can actually still make do without Cloud of Darkness, so if you're missing her, just use another character that can pass their turn without increasing the turn count. On Kain's turn, he has 2 free turns, so the 2 free turns are spent on BT plus and LD. Do not use Kain's additional ability, and that's because you want to leap into the air. While the heavy prayer buff is still active, this actually increases his lancet damage by 10% each lancet. Finally, on Laguna's turn, what I had him do is use the Shantoto LD call. Again, if you don't have Shantoto, just use an Arciela base call, that's actually good enough. And then I had Laguna use his BT plus and LD, leaving him 1 turn of quick prayer left, which is ideal. With that, setup is complete, so I swap Laguna out for Garnet and then I pop summon mode here. The objective of summon mode here is to just bring in Terra to replace Cloud of Darkness on the final turn of summon mode. It might seem quite difficult to get that, but it is actually easier than expected. As you can see, Cloud of Darkness's turn is coming up, and I will be having her take consecutive turns right up to the final turn of summon mode. Right here, I'm out of consecutive turns with Cloud of Darkness, but don't forget that Laguna still has 1 turn of quick prayer, so swapping him in here allows you to use 1 LD for free, and then after this you can swap Laguna in for Terra, allowing Terra to get the final turn in summon mode as planned. This allows you to use LD with Terra and end summon mode. Once you pop out of summon, Dullahan will try to use Absolute Zero, but the Raijin LD call will negate that attack. When you attack Dullahan as well, he will try to counter attack, but the paralysis from the Shantoto or the Arciela call, whichever one you use, will also prevent the counter attack. Right here you see me pausing quite a bit because I was actually trying to calculate the number of free turns with Terra, because I want to try to enter into her BT mode with a BT plus aura and 7 turns of force time, so that requires quite a bit of advanced planning. But essentially here what I did is use one meltdown with Terra, and then I go into her FR and then BT plus, Prishe LD call and LD again, and this allows you to set up with 4 turns of LD buff and go into BT mode with 7 turns of force time remaining. That's pretty much it really. You notice that starting the BT mode, bosses are already at 50% health remaining, so it's actually quite easy to chunk through their remaining health, especially because every attack that Terra does will trigger Desperado, will trigger Lancet from Kain, and every 4 turns it will also trigger Garnet's arc attack for massive off-turn damage to supplement Terra's damage as well. So that's it for this run. As always, hope the video has been helpful, and if you enjoy the content, please leave a like, comment and subscribe. It really helps a lot. Till then, I'll see you guys in the next Shinryu fight. Bye!